Alrighty then. I just came across this video that talks about the dome, and it's this dude who actually did some pretty good research that shows all the well, I don't know if all of the ancient civilizations that talk about the dome, but definitely an extended research that shows a lot of different civilizations um, where they talk about the dome, and I find it quite interesting. One thing that I do believe in strongly is that we do not live in a spinning ball, and we do not come from the monkeys. Um, so yeah, here's this video. Hope you enjoy it. For this one is for all of those who still believe we're spinning on a ball like a monkey. Late.
That's all. What's going on? You know that there's rumors circulating he's dead.
It talks about looking at life as a film, as a movie. Yeah. And it's nothing more than that. It's an illusion, and that you know you should be up here watching it. That's it. And being.
I've stepped through the door. The door is the realization that this, us, is seaside. It's the dome. This is the dome. This isn't real. You know? This is a story.
What exactly is Jim Carrey talking about here? About this dome thing? He says it's all the dome. It's just the dome. What is he talking about? I mean, I imagine for the average person that just watched that, they have no idea what he's talking about. Check out these following pictures, diagrams, whatever you want to call them, from these ancient cultures. And these domes. These are just domes from ancient cultures. So here we've got an Egyptian hieroglyphic. And as you can see, initially it doesn't really look like anything. But then you can see that there's a blue body arching over, making what it looks like it could be anything, but let's say it's a dome, and then it has stars and everything representing the sky, and then something's holding it up and everything. It's just an interesting picture. So that's from Egypt. Here's something from the ancient Hebrew religion of what they thought we were living on. You see the earth is in the middle, then you got Sheol or Sheol, that's seems to be what hell is, and then there's the moon, the sun, pretty much the whole sky, and then above that, waters above the firmament. So this firmament is this brick type feature, and look at that, they got these things called floodgates. It's a really interesting thing if it's true that this is what the ancient Hebrew religion believed in. So this one is from the Norse mythology, Norse. Now what's really interesting about this one is Norse, it's ancient Scandinavians and northern Germanic people, Norwegians. So Scandinavia, northern Germany, and what's really interesting, so they've got this tree, but then you can see there's a dome. There's also another dome there. Just another interesting thing that just seems to be similar to the Egyptian and then the Hebrew one, but it's found on a completely different section of the earth. This one is a depiction of the earth from Hinduism. Now this one's easy to laugh at. It seems pretty ridiculous. We've got a dome shaped thing here. It looks to be earth. Then there's elephants holding it up. And then there's a big turtle, and then we got what it looks like a snake. Well, that's the dome right there, the snake type thing. Kind of strange, easy to laugh at, but this comes from Hinduism, found in India. Just another interesting thing where this whole dome thing. Where's this whole dome thing coming from? Here's one from the Mayan culture. Again, we've got another dome-shaped thing. Yeah, Mayans, and they have they believed in a dome of some sort. This one comes from the Incans. It's we see again another dome. All these ancient cultures from all different areas of the world, they all happen to think there's a dome of some sort. It's really interesting. Where is this whole dome idea coming from? And why is it being found up and dug up in all these ancient cultures? This one is from the Navajo. Again, another dome, another culture, another ancient culture. Just repeating the same thing. Even though none of these cultures ever came into contact with each other, they all have the same belief in a dome. Now this one's a brain teaser. Can y'all guess which ancient religion this one is from? I'll give you a second. Maybe you got it right. It's Christianity. Yes. This is what Christianity believes in. Now, Christianity, check out this book. I got the Holy Bible here. I'm going to go to page 1 of the Bible. This is the New American Bible. This is what I got this Bible in high school. I went to a Catholic high school. I didn't take it very seriously back then, and I have not opened up this book for almost a decade. But let me get to page 1. Okay, Genesis 1, verse 6. Let there be a dome in the middle of the waters to separate one body of water from the other. And so it happened. God made the dome, and it separated the water above. It separated the water above the dome from the water below it. God called the dome the sky. Now, it's very similar to a lot of those other diagrams that I just showed you. And there's some more interesting stuff on this same page. Verse 14. Then God said, let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate day from night. Let them mark the fixed times, the days and the years. Now, that may not seem like anything to you right now, but let them mark the fixed times, the days and the years. What does that mean? Well, we've got the sun. The sun. That marks the days, the individual days. The moon. That's the months. Moons. The moons. And then the stars. What do the stars do? They track the years. Now, Polaris, the North Star. We all know the North Star does not move. The North Star is still. And all the other stars, they're rotating. It appears to be rotating around Polaris, the North Star. And it's really interesting. On January 1st, if we look at a star and then we track it for 365 days, it makes one 360-degree circle. And by December 31st, January 1st, New Year's the next year, it will be in the exact same spot. The sun is the days, the moon is the months, and then the stars are the years. Maybe there's some truth to this thing. Now, I've also got a King James version here. King James. If you don't realize, there's a bunch of different Bibles. They all pretty much say the same thing. But in this one, they refer to it as the firmament. Rather than saying dome, it says firmament. So pretty much the exact same concept. So really interesting. Stephen King's Under the Dome. There's also a TV show called The Dome. The Simpsons movie about everyone being trapped underneath a dome. This is from The Truman Show. So those clips of Jim Carrey from the beginning, that's from this movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend watching The Truman Show. The second Hunger Games movie, where everyone they find out is trapped, the whole game is inside of a dome. And also in that same Hunger Games movie, the whole thing is a clock. Every hour it changes. There's some sort of change, and it's really interesting. our world is strangely similar. The sun tracks the days, the moon tracks the months, the stars track the years. Then we also have the seasons. They're always perfectly timed. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 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 Now, of course, you're like, yeah, it's obvious. Winter, spring, summer, fall. It's always perfect. It always happens. It's never messed up in the history of ever. Isn't that... We never really think about that. It's a perfectly timed system. It's always accurate. Always going. Always going. Never err. Just like a clock. Now, if I haven't lost you already, I may lose you on this one. And I'm not saying I believe in this or not, but this is what flat earthers believe in. They believe this is what our world is. Our world is flat. And you may be wondering, how does north, south, east, west work on this? Well, north always goes to the center, the North Pole. South always goes to Antarctica, the edge. And why don't you fall off? Well, because Antarctica is the edge, where supposedly the dome is. And then east, west, well, it's just going in circles. Go east, you're eventually going to end up in the same spot. Go west, you'll make a circle and eventually go up in the same spot. Just an interesting idea. So what's this? Well, no other than the United Nations symbol, using a flat earth map as their symbol. Why is the United Nations using a flat earth map? A little strange to me if the earth isn't flat. So what does this all mean? I don't know. All I know is all we need is love. Love is all we need. I'm not going to argue over this. I'm not going to debate with anyone. I just find it interesting. Just a video about history and what ancient cultures used to believe in and what some people today believe in, and this whole thing of what are beliefs, and who knows, maybe we don't have all the answers. Pretty interesting stuff here. The light, the love, the joy, the happiness, and the peace in me is the same peace, the same happiness, the same joy, the same love, the same light that is found in each and every one of y'all and everyone else on Earth. All 7.5, maybe 8 billion of us on this round, spherical, flat, whatever it is, Earth. It's the same energy, the same vibrations, the same frequencies. It's found in everyone. Namaste. I love y'all.